Alright, so boom, we're back again with another game that came out during, presented at the Game Awards. Obviously, it wasn't world premiere, even though they said it was. People heard about this before, or probably like seen some screenshots or whatever. It's my first time watching this when it happened. And yes, believe it or not, I'm still not done watching the Game Awards. I'm getting to it. Jeez, I didn't know it was gonna be that long, and it's chugged full of like a bunch of stuff. Anyway, we're here to talk about Replaced. Alright, so basically, it's 2D. In a 3D world. I think it's called 3.5D or something like that. I think I literally think it's called that, 3.5D. And people are, bro, when I say people are nutting over this game, when like the reactions and the hype in the chat and the live chat, people were nutting, and I was too. I ain't gonna lie, it looked like the slime from Nickelodeon without the coloring. I'm not gonna lie, because just it has an amazing visual, so let's not lie here. It's on par with it reminds me mostly of Stray for some reason. I guess because of the technology and then the post-apocalyptic world, blah blah blah. You know the deal. So I don't know anything about this game pretty much, but it does have. It obviously is a 2.5D. It has like amazing like 3D graphics, but it also has the blocky looks. It's so hard to nail this kind of style, right? This kind of stylized, because first of all, 2D is this, 3D is that. Smash them together is already hard, and then having the correct lighting along with it just looking amazing is just like on par. Like there's nothing that you can say like, oh, this point it doesn't look like the same game or this or that. Like all of it has the same like unique and similar graphics, right? So there's nothing out of place. That's what happens in most of these games that's 2.5D, that the 3D aspect of it looks too real or not aligned with the 2D sentiment of like the game. But this it coincides because it's about pixel art or voxel, whatever you want to say, and I guess because it's voxel, the V word, that it's easier to translate into like having a cohesive style and keeping it similar to like the 2 and 3D. But whatever they're doing, keep on doing it because it's indeed working, especially the lighting. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving the award to the best trailer song to this game of this year. The trailer song, bro, I had it bit on repeat and I wasn't even looking at it because, bro, the trailer song hit, and they released the just the song and not the trailer. It don't hit without all the whistling and the lightning and the dun-dun-dun. Like it feels like a completely different song. So if somebody could cut that up and send me the heat so I can put it on my playlist, that would be very appreciated. I'm not gonna lie. But let me get back to it. But yeah, it has an amazing soundtrack, well, as far as like the trailer, because if they got songs like that on the trailer, oh, you already know there's gonna be some heat. I wonder what type of game it is, because it seems like a brawler / adventure, but you obviously don't get any backstory. Well, okay, let's not lie, you do get backstory. First, we'll start it over because the thing's looping now. So you basically start with you like scrolling through a bunch of news, and you hear back in the broadcast is saying something about a wall, something about nuclear war, something about democracy, and basically you're in the outcropping. You're like basically post-apocalyptic, bunch of farmland. It looks like something happened, a war or something crazy happened, and then like you go into like these desolate places, figuring out what's going on, and then you just run into some like weird cult group that's doing a shimmy sham in the basement, and that's weird. And you also got the dude up there whistling to you, like, what's going on with that? Like, mad weird stuff is happening, crazy. You meet Dog, and I'm calling him Rupert, and you're not gonna stop me. Like, come on, bro. Rupert's just chilling there. And then you meet the underground society, say what's up, and then the dumbass hits himself in the head, almost dies. You know what I'm saying? Like almost dies, right? And then this is what I was talking about, the shimmy sham. So I'm guessing it's a brawler / adventure game, but whatever it is, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. It does. First of all, okay, let me get my sentiments in order. It is obviously it has a lot of cyberpunk like themes. It has a lot of great lighting. Like it's really looking amazing. I ain't gonna lie. See, I can't stop gushing over how well it looks, right? But I wish I didn't know exactly what it was. I could guess off the trailer here and there, like a couple spots, but you don't really know now. But it also doesn't have an exact date. It says the year is coming out, but every game nowadays is gonna get delayed. I don't know why. come guys, can we stop like making terrible schedules about when stuff is gonna come out? Like a lot of games have been doing that recently, and I don't think it's gonna stop unless like unless we just don't accept that. But it's too late. Big game and even indie games at this point are gonna keep on doing that because it's kind of like a cop out, right? Listen. I in my game, Project U and Project X right now that I'm working on individually, I'm currently lazy, and that's why I'm not working on it. Not because I'm gonna delay it, but if I would never delay a game because I know my schedule, and you always know that stuff. First of all, let's say a game takes 10 days to make. Well, it's not impossible. It's a bunch of game jams, but let's say a good game takes 10 days to make. Let's just say it's a game. They cut 10 days to make. All right, shut up. All right, so if I have 10 days to make this game, well, okay, this was bad enough. But all right, let's just say I want to make a game in 10 days. I know from experience that plenty of things will happen in between those 10 days, and I cannot work 10 days straight. So then I would divide, let's say a game that I want to make in 10 days, I would divvy it up to like 52 days, right? So I could have room for stuff breaking, me not knowing things, me just not wanting to work that day, or equipment failure, or like unforeseen extra work that has to go into like something, so you cover your bases. I don't know if I don't know if indies are doing this, probably not, but I wonder why the triple developers are not doing this, you know. So like for example, Call of Duty, those 3 developers have stayed on their Call of Duty grind, and they dropped a Call of Duty ever since. I don't think they missed one, or they said they missed one, something like that. But as far as that goes, I'm saying like a lot of like we can name them off like a hand, like a bunch of the games, and I'm not talking about delays that's like we don't want to release during God of War type of delays. Those are like strategy delays, you know, stuff like that. So I don't count those delays obviously, but delays is like, oh, we're gonna drop this game and this exact date, and then it'd be like, oh, we can't do that because I know why they do it. But they do it so they can keep the hype going on for games. By the way, if you're looking for me to talk about this game anymore, I'm pretty just gonna go on to this rant for the rest of the time. So you can just leave if you don't feel comfortable. Anyways, but like I was saying, it's literally like it keeps the hype around long enough to keep it going, right? I don't know how to explain it. Just stop delaying your games, bro. Damn. Roll the outro.
Cool. I'm always worried about my city boy.